Jannik Sinner's done it again. 3 wins out of 3 in the group stage in Turin. He qualifies with ease into the semi-finals, and Taylor Fritz is there to join him. That's right, Jannik Sinner. I mean, there's certain things that come easy to Jannik Sinner these days, and tying your shoelaces, waking up in the morning, beating Daniil Medvedev. There's a long list for Jannik Sinner, but winning at the Tour Finals is one of them too. And you can see here, he put out this tweet, and you can see the 3-0 and into the semi-finals. What a performance from Jannik Sinner, and he just seems to make it look easy these days when he goes up against Daniil Medvedev. I mean, it's pretty insane that he didn't drop more than 4 games per set in this group stage. Total domination from the Italian, and a 6-3, 6-4 victory against Daniil Medvedev, and he's now 68-6 in 2024. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, he's on an absolutely storming run, and the way he's playing, it doesn't look like anybody is going to be able to stop him. He is that good on hard courts, and he is the hard court king of 2024. More stats coming out for him. Players able to claim 10 plus top 5 wins in consecutive seasons since the ATP rankings were published in 1973. Bjorn Borg in 79-80, Ivan Lendl in 85-86, Novak Djokovic in 2011-2012, and now Jannik Sinner 23-24. Unremitting. I mean, the stats keep on going for him. Now he has 15 top 10 wins this season, more than any man on the tour. There he is, looking up at the sky. Maybe someone up there is helping him. And he was asked after defeating Daniil Medvedev, saying, "You're undefeated this week in 3 matches. You haven't even lost a set. What made you so good this week?" And Jannik said, "I don't know. I'm here. I know what I've achieved this year. I tried to step on court with a good mindset. I have a great team behind me. I have beautiful people around me who support me daily, which for me is even more important. Tennis-wise, I just try to enjoy it here, at least while I'm on court. When I'm off court, I try to prepare in the best way possible for every match. The atmosphere is amazing. I'm trying to play some good tennis," and he definitely is playing some good tennis. I don't think he's had many bad matches all year, if I'm perfectly honest. And well, after starting his rivalry with Daniil Medvedev as no wins in their first 6 matches, he's now won 8 out of their last 9 matches. And Medvedev probably sick of the sight of Jannik Sinner right now. And it was just very, very clean. 6-3, 6-4, as I said before, a masterclass. And the home crowd absolutely rocking. Daniil obviously had some words to say as well after it. He said, "Aren't you tired of facing Jannik? Or every time you face, it's like a new challenge?" And he said, "I would say it's both. I lost the first round in Bercy, so in a way it doesn't count. First time, I was not in his quarter or semi. He withdrew. Not one time against me. Look, he's barely losing this year. If you want to win a title, you'll face him at one moment. It's not easy to beat him. A lot of people try, a lot of people fail. There is mostly one guy who does it a little bit more than the others, and it's Carlos. Yeah, I mean, he's very, very strong opponent. As I said, a little bit after the Saudi Arabia, where he surprised me a lot. I didn't know he even has this level higher in him. He's maybe one of the best players I've faced. I faced the Big Four a little bit when they were a little bit older, and maybe the speed was not the same. So, yeah, I'm going to try and work in pre-season. Maybe at one point he loses his confidence, starts to miss some balls. Otherwise, everyone, not only me, is in for a very, very tough years ahead because he's very young. I mean, it is exactly, he's hit the nail on the head there. You're really relying on Jannik Sinner losing based upon the fact he will have a dip in form, because the way he's playing right now, the only person who can compete with him, I'd say, is probably Carlos Alcaraz, and even he's struggled in some of these other matches, but maybe on the different surfaces, that's when we'll see him come unstuck. Obviously, Alcaraz seems to be a bit of a grass court legend already, and on the clay seems to be a little bit better than Sinner as well. But on the hard courts, Sinner definitely dominant, and there was someone there who was there to greet him after this victory. A big AC Milan fan, Jannik Sinner is, and the coach of AC Milan was there, Paulo Fonseca, to give him a gift. And look at this. He gets a shirt with Sinner #1 on it. I mean, and obviously he is the world #1. He goes through to the semi-finals. That's a given. I mean, it was so convincing. The person that had to sort of hang and wait around after his first match was Taylor Fritz. He defeated Alex de Minaur coming from a set down, and really, really good that he's showing strength and belief to come back in these matches, because he could have just faded away. He didn't. He got the win, and he left it in the hands of Jannik Sinner, and he needed to believe that Jannik Sinner could do enough, and I think the record said it all, to be honest. It said Jannik Sinner wins the first set against Daniil Medvedev, and that effectively just eliminated Daniil Medvedev out, and Taylor Fritz became the second of the semi-finalists there going through. And Taylor Fritz is the first American player in the 21st century to win 9 matches against top 10 singles players in a single calendar year. A fantastic stat for him. And like he was saying here as well, I'll be a Sinner fan tonight. That when he just finished his match in that interview, very honest. Let's rewind, obviously. Going back all the way to last year, we had a similar scenario. Do you remember it? Yes, Novak Djokovic was posed the same question. Will you be a fan of Jannik Sinner for his last match? And he said, no, I will not be a fan of Jannik Sinner. I'm not his fan. And ultimately, Jannik Sinner saved him and kept him in the tournament, and then Djokovic continued on and beat him in the final. Will Taylor Fritz, with that mentality, be able to beat Jannik Sinner? He's already lost to him in straight sets. I mean, the Djokovic match against Sinner last year was a lot closer, obviously, as we know anyway. And in going through, he reaches the semi-finals in Turin for a second time. Another big thing as well for him. I think that's a really, really big moment. It's the first one since, I believe it says here, Andy Roddick, 2003, 2004, and 2007. Pretty decent company to be in. And obviously with his 9 wins against top 10 opponents, it's the first one since Sampras with 10 and Agassi with 12 in 1999. This is how the group looked when they finished. Jannik Sinner on top, 3 wins out of 3. And you can see Fritz with 2 wins, 1 loss. And Medvedev there, unfortunately 1 win, 2 losses. This is the other group. Who are they going to be playing? Sinner will play the second place and Fritz will play the first place. As it stands right now, we can see Sasha Zverev, if he just wins his match, he will play Taylor Fritz, which may not be a good thing for him. He seems to get beaten by Taylor Fritz in big matches recently, but Zverev's in hot form. If he gets a win against Alcaraz and Casper Ruud defeats, I think if Casper Ruud just defeats Andre Rublev, then he's just guaranteed to go through. Here's the possibilities of what could happen. Alcaraz wins 2-love and Rublev wins 2-love. Then you've got here Alcaraz wins the group and you've got Zverev in second by the looks of it there. So you've got Alcaraz wins 2-1 and Rublev wins 2-love, and it's the same thing. Alcaraz will win the group there. This is all dependent on Alcaraz winning. So if Zverev wins 2-love and Rublev wins 2-love, the second place will be determined by percentage of games won. So that's one of the most interesting outcomes. I mean, and you can see some of these other ones. If Ruud just wins, I mean, if Ruud wins 2-1, that's the only one where Alcaraz will need to win in straight sets. So if you're an Alcaraz fan, you're just going to be hoping that Casper Ruud just doesn't get the win, essentially, because if he does, it's very slim pickings for Carlos Alcaraz. But that's the news. That Ilie Nastase Group is complete, and Jannik Sinner has done it again. 3 wins out of 3 in the group stage in Turin, in front of the Italian crowd. Can he go all the way? Let me know in that comment section below, and if you haven't done so yet, smash a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.